Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. This is a quick tutorial on, basically not a tutorial, this is my workflow I apply when I export and later grade, color grade the footage filmed in 3:3 1080p mode. It's a challenging mode because due to the fact that you skip every third line or in 2 out of 3 lines, you get an image that produces a lot of moiré and aliasing in places where you can, can't imagine they're not, like wires, like rooftops, like brick walls, and water specifically. And this is why, I tried playing with different debayers in an MLVApp, and I found it interesting that, depending on what type of footage you have, like daytime, nighttime, high contrast, uh, less contrasty footage, you can use different debayers. AMaZE, which is, the standard, it's good, but it's mostly good for 1:3 and 1:1 modes. But for 3:3, since we're dealing with a lot of artifacts and stuff, I thought, what kind of options do I have, right? And I found out that there are 2 types of debayers that I can use. Basically, the DCB one, which is pretty close to AMaZE, but as we will see later, it can be a better option, versus the standard AMaZE debayer. And also an IGV, which is pretty harsh on daylight footage, but can be beneficial in terms of using it on nighttime footage with a lot of noise, like in this particular clip. So let's jump right into it and see what we can do with these footages. So basically you will see 3 types of, I shot these clips in 3 days, consequently, basically using 3 types of lenses, a 7.5, which is day 3, 7.5 fisheye, which is by default is a pretty sharp lens because it starts with f2.8 aperture, but then you don't have an option to use a filter, right? Because fisheye is fisheye, and sorry, the standard filtering system, ND filters, they do not, they're not compatible with these kind of lenses. So you have to control what amount of light you let into the sensor by, manually turning the aperture knob. So, and with the rise of the f-stop, you get a sharper image. Another lens with my favorite 17mm TTR to Zen, which is f1.4, so you can film pretty much in nighttime, and also a Make 25mm, which is a combination of good and bad because it's f1.8, and it has the standard 25mm focal distance. Is it right? So yeah. So the first clip we have, it's a daytime. You have a lot of roofs, a lot of wires, a lot of stuff that, in a regular situation, if you export it as a cinema DNG, and by the way, my workflows are mostly based on ProRes export. I don't go with cinema DNGs for many reasons, specifically for the reasons that I cannot control these kind of things, these kind of tweaks that are, so conveniently put into MLVApp. by their developers. So the first clip, it's a daytime. It's 710 millimeter f1.4 TT-Artisan, and in this one, I mean, in all of these clips, if it's daytime, we will be using DCB as a debayer, and in nighttime, for nighttime footages, we will use the IGV. And let's say with a lot of tweaking on the chroma denoising, on the chromatic aberration, desaturation, with a lot of tweaks on the chroma separation and stuff, you can achieve a pretty decent, smooth image, especially if we're talking about 3x3. I mean, you're losing some details, of course. You're losing some color, saturation, but I mean, consider it not a Canon sensor anymore. Consider it an MLVApp processed sensor, color science, and so on. But I mean, a lot of people will argue with me, but I mean, in the end, you do your own color grading. You use your imagination and skills to produce a final image. I mean, otherwise, and I could do a black and white and it would still look good, right? Anyways, so the second clip, that's the nighttime clip, and this one was filmed with Make 25 at f1.8, and well, I think it's 6 something p.m. in Bangkok, which is like beyond the twilight, and you have only artificial light. Basically, this is the poolside of my hotel, and as you can see, water produces a lot of moiré and Aliasing, so you just need to work on it, right? So there's a different amount of CA, or chromatic aberration desaturation, you can apply. I mean, there's no standard approach, right? Every clip has its own DNA, so its own DNA should be deciphered, and you just go with your intuition on each and every clip. And after applying the final touches, plus dark frame subtraction, which is obviously a very helpful tool inside the MLVApp, you will have two types of images, right? So the daytime image, which is shot as ISO 100 with higher f-stop, with ND and everything. But in my case, I don't shoot at 180 degrees, right? So I shoot, if it's 24 FPS, then I'm shooting at least 100 or 200, or even higher, faster sometimes, faster shutter. Why? Because every single image I produce, I will post-process in gyroflow, and this requires me a no blur pixels. So let's call it this way. So faster shutter is something that I work with all the time. And yeah, so even in the nighttime scenes, I rarely use 150. I keep 100 and try to find scenes where I have at least some kind of artificial light source and so on. As you saw me applying IGV for the nighttime scene, the image becomes like more granular, I would say. I would say you can actually feel the texture of the pixels. But um, I will show this later in the second part with the Topaz AI. I think for some reason, Topaz guys, uh, their engine they created, Pro Tools algorithm that they use in the enhancement and upscaling engine. I think they know how to work with IGV, Demosaicing, and so on. And because, I mean, the image you get from Topaz, if you apply it on MAs or DCB in the nighttime footage, in the image you get, if you apply it to IGV, those are like complete, like, I don't know, Earth and Sun. It's different. It's like two different images from two different mamas and papas. So, I mean, I don't know why I'm at, but I like it. I mean, it's cleaner. If you would apply it to daytime footage, you would completely ruin it because, I mean, you lose like 70% of the color. You apply a crazy amount of sharpness. The granulars are everything. I mean, I mean, you cannot use IGV. I mean, in my opinion, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but IGV wasn't designed for that kind of thing, I guess. I mean, at least I don't go into this mathematical stuff that most of the algorithms are coming from, but there is something, and IGV is pretty much a good choice for. Specifically here, you will see how IGV changes the picture. See, you apply it, boom, it's clean. I don't know why. How this happens, why this algorithm is so unique in terms of applying it to a nighttime scene, but it's a completely different image. And what else? Yeah, so I copy pasted um, the the settings for daytime and nighttime because pretty much I have the same stuff, 800 ISO for nighttime footage and 100 ISO for daytime footage. And let's jump into Topaz now. So now we're in Topaz, and I just loaded the same clips we exported from the MLVApp. And let's go one by one. I will not focus much on what's going on here, but this is a nighttime scene clip. IGV, you will see those black dots. I think this is specific to IGV debayer, working on the Canon EOS M footage. I don't know, but you will see those black spots appearing. And then after enhancements and upscaling to 4K in Topaz, uh, 19% of those black dots disappear. I mean, or maybe they appear only in one frame, but here you see how different, how, I don't know, how enhanced this image is. And this is nighttime footage, right? So we will have different, see black dots on the left side and nothing on the right side. It doesn't work perfectly for every single frame, every single clip, I guess. But overall, I mean, without pixel peeping in the final result, in final grade, I mean, the image will look good. I mean, you will see it at the end of this exercise, right? So here, I'll try to, I mean, this is the second clip, which is also nighttime footage. Look at the tail lights. So when you do the custom tweaking of the CA desaturation or chroma smoothing in the detail tab in MLVApp, you should be very careful because those parameters, such a nice face, those parameters can actually erase a lot of color, specifically red, right? Because chroma is red, it lies somewhere in between red and purple and dark red. But also, then in Topaz, you can fix it. This is the daytime footage with a lot of mesh, a lot of net in the scene, and you have a lot of moiré on the left side. You see, and on the right side, it will not disappear, but it will become less pronounced. You don't see the full color here because this is the ProRes DaVinci White Gamut, and that's why it's not. It's not Rec 709 or sRGB, but you will see the difference that Topaz can enhance that image. Here, I was talking about edges and why DCB debayer is perfect for edges, because AMaZE, for some reason, makes those contrasty edges more pronounced, and DCB eliminates that. It kind of smooths them out. I don't know what they use, convection or something like that. I'm not good at math, but after Topaz, boom, beautiful. And we are at like what, 1,000,000% zoom here. We're trying to find a person in one of those windows, but let me know those with 4K resolution displays, how the final image will look. Drop in a comment saying that, is bad or good, but let's have a feedback, because I'm using a 1080p screen, calibrated, but it's not 4K. And but guys with 4K screens, let me know. Yes, that was the Halloween weekend, 3 days of madness. But for some reason, Bangkok loves Halloween. Look, this is the ultimate shot, right? This is super nighttime. We have black dots. This is IGV, and we're gonna apply the same custom profile I use for upscaling 1080p 3x3 footage every time. Let's see how it goes. Voila. This looks, this looks good. Considering that this is a 2.8, 7.5 f2.8 lens operating in, well, not a complete darkness, but this is like super nighttime. I guess this is like 8 p.m. Bangkok. And yeah, we'll continue this exercise till we complete all the clips. I just wanted to show you how Topaz can be a helper in terms of reconstructing the image, recovering details, upscaling, enhancing, fine-tuning, polishing the image. And what else? I think the IGV, which I tried a couple of times, but that was my fault. I was trying to apply it to daytime footage, and I was like, oh no, that's not something I'm looking for, right? I never tried to apply it to nighttime footage, and if you remember, I mean, those who are long enough with this channel, they know that I was focused mainly on 1:3, 1:1 modes in Magic Lantern. They are more forgiving. But then I completely kind of switched to 3:3 because I don't know. I mean, I like it more. It's more versatile in terms of rolling shutter, in terms of the size of the files, because sometimes, I mean, I can fill 256 SD cards in one weekend, and it's crazy how much information you have to work with, because I mean, I have a 2 terabyte NVMe, which is easily filled within one session. I mean, right now I'm working at 1.8 terabyte capacity used for video files, MLV converted into, and then upscaled to ProRes 4 to 2HQ. This is the clip where I actually put my phone with a flashlight just underneath this wind turbine, I would say. I think it's the volumeter, or what they call it, the wind velocity, whatever, calculator. Yeah, the Topaz can, I mean, I rarely work on the final Rec 709 footage with Topaz. I prefer to clone the image with Topaz and enhance and upscale it even before it goes into gyroflow. So if I shot a 1080p 3:3, I upscale it to 4K UHD, then I process it in gyroflow, because with the 10%, 50% loss of real estate on that image, the crop, you don't want to crop a 1080p footage and then upscale it to 4K. You want to upscale it to 4K beforehand and then crop that, because gyroflow also works with the FF and PEG, whatever encoding, and I mean, you basically have 3 transcoding sessions in between stuff. So that's why when you use Topaz, you will need to have and understand what's going to happen next. So I prefer to work on the log footage, then work on in gyroflow, and then grade it in DaVinci Resolve. Anyways, we're done. Let's jump into the final results.